the Wi-Fi cut off and I couldn't film. But I've been racking my brains here this morning. So for the people that don't know, tuned in, I recently treated last night for trichodina, PP treatment. Water's still a bit brown at the moment. I've done a nice strong dose, kept the water purple for 6 hours, and yeah, and behold, I've just been monitoring the fish this morning, and still flicking and flashing. Loads of marks on my koi. Absolutely gutted that's what's been going on. And this fish is proper red and veiny. And I did think, I mean, look at the marks that's coming out on this fish. It's proper injured itself. So I'm here sitting on my hands thinking the PP treatment would have worked, and I can't just sit on my hands any longer. So basically what I've done, I bowled up a fish a minute ago. I've done another scrape, and I'll just show you what I found. So I don't know if you guys can see this or how well it's come out on the screen, but can you see all those costia flying around? It's not the easiest thing trying to film with the light reflection. The phone's not focusing very well, but can you see them all moving around? Absolutely pickled in costia, and I don't understand it. I've done a 3-week course of FMG, which I put a lot stronger dose in. I've recently done a fluke treatment because I found fluke as well. I found a load of dead fluke on that slide. So last night or yesterday when I got home from my holiday, load of the fish damaged, so I thought great news. So I bowled them up straight away, found trichodina. So I PP'd yesterday. I've done a 6-hour treatment of PP in the pond. I didn't neutralise it. The water's still brown at the moment. The fish are still flicking and flashing and going absolutely mental. So I can't sit on my hands. I'm just thinking to myself, I can't leave them like this. So I bowled one up a second ago. I've just took a scrape, and the slide is pickled in costia. Not just a few, it's absolutely rammed, man. And I don't know what else I can do. You know what I mean? Like, how much more treatment can I put into this pond? Like, can I give them another PP now, today? It's driving me fucking nuts, to be honest with you. What's Crafty saying? Hello, correct. Yeah, but can I use that immediately after PP? Because it's just doing me tits in, to be honest with you. I've had about enough of it. I mean, PP, to be fair, that should have at least knocked back the parasites, and it looks like it's made it worse. I've just been checking them out, see what's been going on. So I can use that today, can I? I just don't know how much more the koi can take. Obviously, yesterday doing a 6-hour treatment of PP in the pond, I thought that would have been enough to knock it back, but it seems like it's just multiplying. And some of the fish going to the bottom. James, don't use apparatus. Your water is well too soft. Way too soft. I did think that. I'm not sure what I can do, to be fair. I don't know what's the best thing that I can do. All of the normal steps that I would have normally done. I just hate seeing my koi annoyed and pissed off, and obviously the amount of costia on that slide is unbelievable. It's not just one or two. James, try a soap bath individual. Outbreaks would almost definitely kill some fish. That's why I'm not sure what to do. I mean, what can I do? Like, obviously my pH in the pond, I'm sitting at 7.2. KH is sitting at 1.5. I'm running in some fresh water at the moment, obviously with the PP that went in yesterday. I'm just trying to Tristan, I can hear you on live, you sound like a monkey. I got my nephew here today. He was supposed to be helping me move some blocks in for the new pond that I'm building over there. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do really. I can't leave them. KH is far too low. Only above 6, mate. I've always ever ran my KH at 1.5, but do you mean it's too low for treatment, you mean? I live in a really soft water area, so my KH that comes out the tap is only coming out at 1, and I just buffer that with obviously the bicarb to keep it at 1.5 on a regular basis. But I live in a proper soft water area. My water that comes out my tap supply is like RO water, too low for ALH. It's the same as chloramine T. That there, you need a minimum KH of 5. I mean, if I raise the KH up, and then, I don't know really, that will stress the fish out even more as well. Afternoon, Jigs. But what's people's advice? What would you do in my situation where I'm at? I mean, look how much she's been boshing herself at the bottom this morning. She's knocked the scale off. She's proper pissed off. Inside the filter house, all of my other water checks are coming back all right. TDS 110, temperature 12, pH 7.2, and yeah, don't know if you can see them, absolutely wriggled in them. Try to get it to focus. It's hard to focus here, but can you see them a bit better like that? It's hard to focus through a camera. See them all darting around the screen. Absolutely mental. And I don't know where I go from here. I mean, don't know how much more the koi can take. 3-week treatment of FMG at a stronger dose level than what I put in to start with. I mean, I PP'd first time, then I'd done a 3-week treatment of FMG, then I'd give it a break because I found fluke, so I'd done a fluke sove treatment, and then last night obviously coming home, or yesterday, coming home and finding out that I had trichodina again on the slide. And as soon as I found trick, I just put the PP in yesterday because I thought the costia was gone. And then I've had a good search here for the past hour or so. I've had a couple of fish, and one of them like absolutely riddled in that costia. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's obviously making them flick and flash still at the moment, and they're not happy. I can tell they're not happy. What's koi channel? You need a KH of 6 because you're gaining the KH via bicarb. Buffering it needs to be even more. What dose of PP? I've done a strong dose, so to be fair, I mean I put a lot more in than what I should have done. 2,500 gallon my pond is, and I put 24 grams of PP in, which you're supposed to use 6.8 grams for every 1,000 gallons. And like I said, I kept that water purple for well over 6 hours, almost to the stage where I nearly had to neutralise it. Some of the fish were up gasping, they were that much. I took it to the maximum. I thought I want to just nail it on the head, and I didn't neutralise it because I just stayed out here with them. Kept me eye, thinking to myself, I'll push it to the absolute maximum that I can, and it obviously hasn't worked. You need a KH of 6, and because you're gaining the KH via bicarb, buffering it needs to be even more. Do you mean that for using a different treatment? Because I don't really want to be raising my KH from 1.5 up to 6 today, immediately. I think that will stress the koi out even more as well, to be fair. But in my whole koi keeping career, I have never, ever had a problem like this before. Like, everything that I've done in the past has always ever worked, and this time round I've hit them with a lot stronger dose, and it ain't even touching the sides. Just before COVID, I saltwater dipped my koi that suffered with Costia. Can Costia and Trick live in the drum and the moving bed? No, would need to go up, be 0.5 a day at most. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I say I wouldn't like to raise it up that much that quickly. The fish will just go into shock anyway. But I'm not sure what to do, to be fair. It certainly didn't work anyway, the PP that I used last night, for them to multiply like that, and if I don't do anything else, they're just going to multiply even more. Basically, I don't think ALP is a good option for your pond water. Same for me with running RO. Yeah. But what would you do, Koi Channel, in my situation? A lot of people's told me just to add salt. Don't know if that's a way forward. I mean, the only downside, once I put salt into the pond, it's in the pond. I can't do anything else. But I'm not sure what to do. I don't know where to go from here and what the best protocol is. I was thinking about just leaving them for a day, but to see that many on a slide now, just taken that active, that's just going to continue to multiply over the next 24 hours. And obviously me hitting them with PP ain't doing nothing. It ain't even touching the sides. Clover Absolute Parasite Plus is an option. See that one just flicked down there again as well. I've never used that. I mean, you would have thought the FMG would have worked, wouldn't you? With the water temperature, that is the only downside with it, with the water temperature only being at 12 degrees. For that to work, that treatment to work, the water temperature needs to hold 12 degrees. Well, I held that temperature for 14 degrees for 3 weeks running the inline pond heater that I've got. Just the soap water dip, mate, not the whole pond. Make sure your UV is also off. Yeah, to be fair, it was off for the treatment of PP. It's been off. I've only just put it back on this morning. I was hoping by me putting the water feed in. So all of the basic stuff, like with all treatment that I've done, UV's been off. There's been no running water to the pond at all while I've been treating. Only fresh water's been added after treatment, like so after a 5 or 6 day course, when I've drained out say 10-15% of water, topping it back up with a bit of fresh water before I've hit them with another dose of treatment. And then I've had the fresh water off, UV's off. I don't know what else more that I could really do, do you know what I mean? The trickle in obviously being off because I don't want to dilute the chemical that I'm putting into the pond, and the UV's off because the treatment don't work as effective with the UVs running. I mean, I only just fitted the UVs yesterday. I haven't actually had any on in the pond the past month since I've been treating the pond anyway. But I've never known a 6-hour course of PP at the dose rates that I put it in with a brand new packet not to even touch the sides. Do you know what I mean? Not to even give the koi a break for a couple of days. It's almost immediately that they're just reproducing. And I'm just a bit wary of how much treatment I've put into the pond that hasn't been effective to the parasite, what I do and where I go from here, and how much more the fish can take. But obviously if I leave them, the costia will kill them anyway. Costia gets round their gills and it suffocates them. And they've already had a hammering with PP. I've had customers that have been in your position, James, and tried this with good results. 72-hour treatment. What, with PP? Or with the Clover Absolute Parasite Plus? I'm just going to put you on the stand because I'm shaking around the camera and it's not good footage. Not that that matters anyway. I'm just trying to work out, see what people would do. Everyone's recommending different ways of doing it, and I'm not sure. Heard good things about that Parasite Plus. Hello sausage, how's your day going? Not very good. I mean, it's pointless me putting FMG in again, innit? Because that obviously hasn't worked. But you can see by the way that those fish are flishing and flashing on the pond here at the bottom, on the bottom drains and stuff, that they are really severely pissed right off. Parasite Plus work for me back along. I might have to try to go get some. I don't know where I can get some. My local koi dealer wouldn't have anything like that. I gave him a ring earlier on and he said the only thing that he's got is FMG and potassium. And I said I've done both of that and I haven't even touched the sides. and I don't believe Amazon. Yeah, I could order it from Amazon. It'll turn up tomorrow, I suppose. I mean, how quickly would you lot put this other treatment in, this clover leaf in? Obviously after PP in, if I put this treatment in, will the koi be able to handle that straight away immediately if I was to get some today? What about water change? That's not gonna help anything to do with the parasites that I've got. And obviously me leaving it alone and doing nothing at this minute in time is only gonna make situations worse, I think. I've never experienced anything like this before, don't get me wrong. I've had trichodina in my koi keeping career, I've had costia, I've had fluke, I've had several different parasites, but I've never had a parasite that, like costia, like what I'm dealing with again now, that's not being killed after a 6-hour course treatment of PP. I wouldn't add more chemical yet, I'd wait, but again, I'm not a pro. No, I'm not a pro either. I don't know what your class is a pro, to be fair. I think there's people with experience in this koi hobby. If you've been topping up through the big blue, the carbon would have cleared prior treatments out, mate. Yeah, that trick, you know, the trickle in, like I was saying a minute ago, Jigs, has only been on since this morning. You can see the water's still quite brown at the moment, but that's because I didn't neutralise the PP, I left it in there. I mean, the water that's going through that dechlorinator at the moment is like RO water, to be fair with you. I can put it on full bore and there's still no chlorine going through the system. I've not got it on full bore, but I could quite easily put it on full bore. But I'm topping up a lot faster than what I normally do, but that was just to give them a bit of fresh water after the treatment last night. I keep saying last night, yesterday. I started the treatment yesterday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had trichodina done the red dead now and it looks stable. I'm just not sure on where to go from here, to be fair. It's not very often I struggle and ask for help, but I did 3 days PP. I don't know if they can handle it. If I was to give another course, would that be an option? If I was to give them another course of PP today, run a 6-hour treatment of PP and see what that, I just think that's a little bit harsh on their throat. Not on their throat, on their gills, you know what I mean? Obviously the worst thing I want is for me to overdose and kill my fish. But what else can I do? I'm no pro and every pond is different, but I'll just use chloramine tea. Maybe do a water change before and after. The only thing with chloramine tea, like I was saying a minute ago, I haven't got, my KH is not at 5, so I'm sure my fish won't be able to handle chloramine tea because it specifically states do not use if your KH is below 5, and which mine's running at 1.5. You don't have to be sorry, mate. I just didn't understand. You didn't understand. Got to be a solution. Just a tricky one, isn't it? Because I don't know where or what I can do. I've had a ball ache not long ago with over 8 weeks of koi illnesses. I tried everything per se, and I only saw results when I done 3 day on 3 day off PP treatment. I did soap to 0.92. But you can definitely see I used foreign chemical, which was gifted to me, Takazami brand. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure on the best advice to take or to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what to do. Hello James, I was just talking to a family member. He has koi. He put pond salt in, aids the koi to have a good slime coat on them to help fight off parasites. Hope this works for you. I mean, having a slime coat on the fish is not the, when you're treating, is not the best answer, because the parasites live underneath it. So when you're treating the pond, I'm not actually getting through to kill them. It's part of the reason why you use a PP, because it strips the slime coat off of the fish. James, have you spoken to Lee Hadfield? He's a good person to talk to, mate. No, I haven't given him a ring. I might have to. I don't really know what to do, because everyone's advice is different, innit? And I don't know what to do. Or, to be honest with you, I don't know what more I can do, which my fish can take at the moment, for what I've already done. Can get overloaded. James, I'd keep to the PP treatment, as most people think PP is just a slime coat remover, but lips, single cell organs, as well as skin gill flukes. You can get overloaded. I've just hammered mine with PP to the point they were shaking on the top of the water for 2 hours. It was a scary process, but they're looking brilliant today. Hence 3 days on, 3 days off. So the 3 days on, people's recommending that I hit them with a PP dose again today then, pretty much. So you do 3 days of PP continuously. I've heard about it. I've heard people say, do nothing, let it go. Have you used formaldehyde, James? Yeah. Lee Hadfield started a live that he only uses PP. What dose of PP do you run? I use a well stronger dose than what's recommended. So I should be using 17 grams of PP in the pond. I actually use 22 grams of PP. 6 to 8 grams for every 1,000 gallons. That's what's recommended on the dose rate on the back of the pack. So my pond's 2005, it works out 17 grams, or I upped it to 22 grams. And I added extra about 3 hours in. I added an extra 6 grams about 3 hours in, but I did have hydrogen peroxide on hand. I mean, the fish were up, they were gasping, I pushed them to as much as I possibly could. To be honest, as much as I ever have. I've never pushed them. I use 3.5 grams per ton. The day after I use but you can see every single one of the fish are kicking up, and as the day's going on, it's getting worse. It's not getting better. And I'm struggling to sit on my hands and do nothing. And I'm not sure what I can do, what I can put in the pond now, today. Call London Aquatic Vets open tomorrow for advice. I just googled it. I would PP again, mate, today. Knock it back a bit more than outbreak when you can get it. Say most vets don't treat fish. I mean, if I'd done a scrape and I saw a load of dead stuff, a load of dead costia or a load of dead trichodina, and there was still a few active, I wouldn't be too worried about it as much as what I am today. But all I've seen on that slide is millions of costia, and I mean millions of them floating around. And obviously they're just going to keep reproducing constantly without me doing anything. Doing PP now, 20 grams per 1,000 gallons. 20 grams per 1,000 gallons? Fuck me, that's strong. Make sure you got hydrogen peroxide to the hand. Hi James, if you do another PP treatment, maybe keep to the recommended dose on the pack so that if it's not so strong, and then another dose tomorrow. I'm not sure what to do. I might, I don't know what to do. Fucking beating me up, this is. Yes, please, sweetheart. Leave him talking. We might have to go koi dealer or something in a minute. Might have to get. See if they've got this clover leaf stuff. I don't know what else I can do. What about a soap bath for each fish? Separate. I did 3 days PP, 2 grams per 1,000 litres for 8 hours. That's the Kashuri brand, and the fish are young and old, and they was fine. I'm from Holland. Problems and done nothing. It's water straining up the same. Water starting up the same your viz. I don't know what that means. What's your temps like, James? Pond's currently at 12 degrees. (22 to 26) would be best for illness and recovery. It certainly would, but I cannot get my pond temperature up that temperature. Sorry, not feeling too down. Get the heat on, bruv. With the inline hair, you know, the inline heater that I've got, there's no way that it's gonna get up to that temperature. Not with the air temperature at the moment. I mean, even when it was running on full bore for the 3 weeks, I could only manage to hold 14 degrees. With the temperature dropping at night, I could only hold the 14 degrees, and the thing didn't turn off. Costing me an absolute fortune. I'm not sure what to do, to be fair. I might give a couple of koi dealers a ring and see what they recommend. To be honest, mate, I would jump off the live. Too much info for one person to take on. And give Lee a ring. Yeah. We're just confusing your head. No, some of it's helpful. Some of the information is helpful, but all these different combinations of trying different things. My biggest concern was knowing what I can put in the pond after a PP treatment immediately, sort of thing, without causing me the fish to have too much stress anyway, like how annoyed they are as it is. I might just give a couple of koi dealers a ring and see what they would do, see what their advice is, where I go from there. But yeah, it ain't the best day in the world, I know that much. I think that's the best thing I just wanted to show people what's going on, really. So yeah, I'm going to jump off the live. I'm going to ring a couple of koi dealers up, I think. I want to thank everyone for trying to help. I don't really know what to do. And it's unlike me not knowing what to do and where to go from here. I've never experienced it as bad as this before. Just shows, even when you think you know as much as what you do, you never know everything. And I don't know this, and I put my hands up to it, because I don't know what to do from here for what I've already done, which should have already worked, or at least knocked it back, and it just seems to be making it worse. And obviously you keep buying all of these chemicals to put into the pond and they're not doing anything. I ain't gonna lie, it's beginning to fuck me right off, to be honest with you. And it's stressing my life I don't really need, and it's supposed to be a relaxing hobby. So I'm gonna give a couple koi dealers a ring, see where I can go from here. And yeah, I'll come live later on just to let you know what's happening. I ain't making a video out of it, it's not worth. I just wanted to let you guys know what's happening, you know what I mean? I'm open and honest on this channel, and yeah, I'm struggling at the moment. It ain't good. It ain't good for me whatsoever. So that said, thanks for everyone for just watching and helping out as best as you possibly can. And I'll check in with you guys later on, alright? But I'll see you all later.